It is very okay for tears to fall when life gets hard, but it is not okay for your sanity to fall with the tears. Welcome to another amazing episode on Flip the Pages. My name is Hayodele Muiwataiwo. You know that on Flip the Pages, I come here from time to time to talk about amazing books written by phenomenal authors. I don't only read the books, I read the books and I pick treasures that I found, in the course of reading the books. So I bring those treasures, the gems, I bring them here on this channel to discuss with book lovers all over the world, my amazing community. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And today I'm going to talk about something very, very deep, something relatable, something you will glean substance from. On today's episode, I want to talk about how to navigate the difficult phases on life's journey. At the beginning of the video, I said that it's perfectly okay, on life's journey for your tears to fall on so many occasions. However, what is not good, what is not okay, is for your sanity to fall with the tears. In other words, it is perfectly okay not to be okay. You heard me right. It is okay not to be okay because there will be times, there will be seasons, there will be phases of life when things won't just be okay, and that is okay. It is okay not to be okay 247. It's okay not to be okay every time. There are times when you are down, there are times when you are, battling with a lot of issues. At such points, how do you navigate life's difficult phase? Four major points that I'm going to raise in this video. The first thing to come to heart, when life gets hard, when the going gets tough, is the fact that you are perfectly normal. Do not think it is bizarre, when you encounter difficulties, when you encounter challenges. That doesn't mean that you didn't take time to carefully plan. That doesn't mean that you weren't meticulous in carrying out the details of your carefully written or carefully designed plans. The truth of the matter is life happens. That's the bitter truth. So the first thing you need to do during life's difficult phases, when you are stuck in the situation and you don't know how to get out of the pit, you don't know how to walk through the tunnel, you don't know how to get out of that unpleasant situation. Number one, the very first thing that you should do is this. Do not live in denial. Do not dismiss the situation. Do not dismiss it like it is not bothering you. Do not live in denial of that particular situation. Acknowledge the fact that at this present moment, I'm finding things difficult. Then go on to ponder and get to the root. Why am I finding things difficult? What is really bothering me? What is the trigger for this emotion? Why am I feeling so down? Why am I feeling so defeated? Why am I feeling like I didn't put in my all? Why am I feeling like this? Why am I not, happy about this current situation? Take time to get to the root of the problem. Do not dismiss the problem. A lot of people, they want to appear onto others like strong people. They put on the mask. They wear that mask. If you tell them, are you okay? They say, I'm okay. How are you? They say, fine. They have these answers and everyone, we think that everything is perfect with them. They are trying to be strong. They are trying to put up an appearance, of strength. When deep down on the inside of them, they are dying. When deep down on the inside, they are drowning. But they don't want people to know. They don't want people to feel they are not strong, in handling the difficulties of life. It is okay not to be okay. Do not be ashamed of your chains. Do not be ashamed of your fears. Those feelings are very valid. You are afraid. That is a valid feeling. You are annoyed. It is valid. You are angry. You are valid. These are valid emotions. Your emotions are valid. What you need to learn is how to regulate those emotions so that they don't drown you. Do you get the point now? It's okay to feel weary. It's okay to feel, I don't know where the next meal is coming from. I don't know whether I'm going to pass the last exam I took or not, and I'm a bit afraid because I spent so much, on that exam. I took time from work. I took some of my savings to write the exam. That is okay. Do not dismiss the unpleasant situation. Now, you know that for over 3 weeks now, for the past 2 weeks, I've been talking about this amazing book, Gifted Hands, the Ben Carson story. I've been gleaning a lot of gems from this book. What I'm talking about, I got it from this book, and I got it from the mom of Ben Carson, Sawyer Carson. That is where I took the title from after reading to that point. Let me read a few lines to you from the book. This is chapter 2 in this amazing book, precisely page 18. I'm going away for a few days, Mother said several months after Daddy left us. Now, let me take this one again. When the load became too heavy, she checked herself into a mental institution. When the load became too heavy, she did not dismiss the fact that the load is now heavy. She didn't try to manage the situation. She acknowledged the fact that at this point, this load is too heavy for me. And she told her sons, I'm going to go away for some days. I'm going to step back. I'm going to take, I'm going to take a break. She acknowledged the fact that the load is heavy. Acknowledge the fact that you've been doing too much lately and you are tired. Acknowledge the fact that you don't have a strong support system and it is eating at your productivity. Do not dismiss the pain. Do not dismiss the situation. Do not live in denial. Maybe you need to do some things about your health. Do not wave it aside and think that it will go away. No, I want you to know that ignoring a problem will not make it go away. You have to do everything to get to the root of that problem so that you can fix it. You cannot fix whatever you are not ready to confront. Confront the obstacles, confront the fears, confront the situation. Get to the root of whatever is eating you up. Do not dismiss the pain. Do not wave it aside. That is one of the ways, to navigate the difficult phases of life. That is one of the ways on how to navigate the difficult phases of life's journey. Do not forget, take it to heart. The first thing is, do not live in denial. Now, let's move on to the next point. Secondly, after acknowledging the fact that there is a problem and, confronting that problem, the next thing to do is, having gotten to the root of that problem, you need to seek professional help. Don't try to fix what you cannot fix. There are professionals in every field of human endeavor. There are people who have been trained in the line of whatever it is that is eating you up. Let me go back to the book again and read what this woman, what she did. Still on page 18. When the load became too heavy, she checked herself into a mental institution. Look at that. Because of what she was going through prior to that time, all the neighbors, they had spicy gossip about her. There was so much to talk about concerning the mom of Ben Carson. The fact that she just got a divorce, the fact that she's going into a mental institution, the stigma and the trauma of being left alone. A lot of people felt they had so much to talk about because of what she's going through. And let me sign a note of warning here. When someone is going through a difficult phase, do not think that you are better off than that person. Do not think that your life is perfect at the moment, because you know how to connect all the dots, because you are very careful, because you are very meticulous, or because you are just a pro at life. No, you just know. I want you to be gracious to people. Learn how to be gracious to people who are going through difficult times. Learn how to be gracious to people who are struggling on their journey. Learn how to be gracious to people around you, whether you know them or not. A smile can heal a soul. A pat on the back is what someone needs. A hug, is what can heal somebody's pain. Learn how to give it to people. Let me read something from this book and you will understand what I'm saying. Her treatment in a mental hospital provided neighbors with a hot topic of gossips because she had gone through a divorce. Most of her friends disappeared when she needed them most. Look at her pain. She's trying to raise her boys all alone by herself. In addition to that trauma, she's having a lot of issues, a lot of psychological issues, a lot of instability, and she needed to check into a mental institution so that she could get help. And at that point, a lot of people deserted her, a lot of her friends, they left her alone. Sometimes your presence is what someone in pain needs. Just a, like I said earlier, just a pat on the back. You don't even need to say much. You don't even need to advise the person. You don't even need to tell the person how he or she is going to come out of that trouble. Just your presence, just a nod, of affirmation, assuring that person that I can see you, I can understand what you are going through, that it's a phase of life, it's going to pass away, the dark clouds will roll away, you're going to be fine, at the end of this ordeal. That is what most people need. I want you to learn how to be gracious to people. I want you to learn how to put yourself in people's shoes. Do not think that your life is trouble free because you know how to navigate life. In the part of the world where I grew up in, there is a saying that the person who is up today do not need to mock the person who is down because the tide can turn at any point in time. Somebody is facing a storm today and your life is peaceful, your life is calm, everything is working, your marriage is perfect, your career is thriving, your children are doing well, your health is great, you have everything on your plate, you have life all together, everything is perfect. You don't know what can happen in the twinkling of an eye that will redefine your life. You don't know the phone call that you will get that will change the trajectory of your life. You don't know a visit to the hospital that will alter your story. Do not mock people. Give people the gift of grace. Be kind to people. Be human. Beyond being human, learn what it means to be humane. Learn what it means to be kind to people. There is no human on earth who is immune to kindness. There is no human on earth who is allergic to kindness. We all need kindness. We all need warmth. We all need love. That is the second tip on how to navigate the difficult phases of life. Now, let me move to the next tip on how to navigate the difficult phases, of life. The third thing to do, in order to navigate the difficult seasons of life is to take a break. Darling, you are not the general manager of the universe. Can I say that again? Darling, you are not the general manager of the universe. I have learned how to be humble enough to accept that fact. I have learned how to be humble enough to accept the fact that I am a limited version of me and I cannot, in my capacity, fix every problem on the face of the earth. So, to that end, if there is a need for me to take a break, I will graciously take a break without feeling guilty. I will graciously take a break without necessarily explaining to people why I need to take a break. I have learned how to say no with a smile. Like I said, I am not the CEO of the universe. I'm not the one who controls the rising of the sun and the setting of the sun. No, the remote control for bringing the moon at night is not with me. I cannot do everything. I cannot be everything to everybody. Take a break. It is better, to have some people angry and have you alive than to have everybody happy about you and have yourself dead. You are not the CEO of the universe. So, to that end, take a break. Taking a break necessarily doesn't mean that you have to go on an expensive vacation to a resort or you have to travel miles away from the city where you are living. No. Taking a break sometimes could mean, rather than cooking, you can just say, today I'm not going to cook, I'm going to order food. I will just stay at home. I'm going to watch movies. I'm going to conclude that wonderful book that I've been reading and I've not had time to read, for weeks. Today I will just, I will go to the spa, I'll go for pedicure, I'll go for manicure, I'll just, I will lounge. Today, okay, I'm not going to, I will just take a stroll, Today I will just walk my dog and be quiet and let the wind, slap on my skin and, bring me back to life. Do not feel sorry for taking a break, especially as a mom, especially as a dad, especially as a parent, especially as a leader in your organization. You are the director, you are the executive. Everybody is looking up to you. I want you to know, like I said earlier, that the sun is not rising and setting because you are in charge. No, feel free to take a break. Your life is more important than meeting every deadline. If you cannot meet the deadline at this point, graciously take a break. I'm not in any way indulging laziness. I'm not in any way indulging indiscipline. What I'm saying is this: when you are overwhelmed, it is okay to take a break. That is one of the tips that will help you to navigate the difficult periods of life. And now let me go to the very last one, the very last tip, the fourth thing that you need to do in order to navigate the difficult season of life whenever it comes. The fourth thing that you need to do is the fact that you need to tell your story. Sometimes, ranting in front of the camera for me is therapy. I know that there are people all over the world. I know that there are members of my community who are in different continents, who are watching me from different countries. Someone will say I'm watching from South Africa, another person will say I'm watching from the US, another person will say I'm watching from Korea, another person will say I'm watching from Italy. I know that there is a tribe of book lovers, who tune into my video to watch from time to time. So sometimes one of the things that you can do as therapy is for you to just find somewhere where you can rant, where you can let out, the pain. Find where you can let off the steam. Tell your story. If something bothering you, tell your story. Put it in a book. If something bothering you, create a club, create a community. When I wanted to start my YouTube channel, one of the major reasons I decided to do a book review is for me to have an avenue to pour out my soul to people who can feel my pulse. As I read the books, I apply them to my life. I come up with practical applications. In reading this book, Gifted Hands, the Carson story, I've been here on this channel to talk about what I gained in this book on parenting. I've been here to talk on the book about what I gained about this, about that, different life lessons. I just want to come from time to time and tell my story, via book review, so that people from all over the world can connect with that story, and in our community we can discuss it. Okay, are you having issues on this? I've been able to overcome. This is where I'm having issues now, and you are able to heal me in the same way that I am able to heal you. Do not isolate yourself in the times of crisis. Do not crawl into your shell. Open your mouth and talk. You think your story is the worst? Wait until you listen to your neighbor's version. You will know that yours is very mild compared to your neighbor. You think you've gone through the worst there is on the face of the earth. Wait until you see your colleague's story. Then you will understand that your pain is nothing compared to the other person's story. Take time to tell your story. In the process of telling your story, you create a tribe. around your life. You create a community where you can draw support, where you can draw inspiration, and you heal. The more you talk about your story, the more you get healing. Because as you are talking, people are listening. You are releasing those toxic emotions and you are getting healing from other people. I don't want you to think that this difficult phase of your life is all there is to your story. There is a better version of you that will unfold very, very soon. You know, it is in one of my videos, still on this book, Gifted Hands, the Ben Carson story that I talked about. Do not die in winter. Summer is coming. You need to watch that video. It is very, very amazing. I can assure you, you need to watch that video. Check the video in my channel. Do not die in winter. Summer is coming. You know, it is profound, it is deep, and it provides practical guidelines also on how to navigate the dark and the cold periods of our lives. You know, do not isolate yourself. Speak out. Someone out there has your healing. You only need to speak. So that's the end of today's video. I know that you will have gained a thing or two. Now I want you to connect with me on this story. What is your own story? Have you been able to navigate a difficult season of your life? I want you to put in the comment section so that all of us can read and learn from your story. Your story is somebody's balm. Your story is the salvation that someone is eagerly waiting for to move ahead in life. I don't want you to hold your story. What have you gone through? What have you succeeded at? Put it in the comment section. Let's learn together. In addition to that, I want you to tell me which part of the world are you watching from? Are there things you would like me to do more on this channel? I'm eager to grow. I'm eager to learn. I have a very teachable spirit. Talk to me. I would like to hear from you. And I want to say thank you so much for watching this video up to this point. If you've gotten this far, thank you so much. Thanks so much for being in my corner. I do not in any way take it for granted. And I want to beg you, have you subscribed to my channel? If you have done that, thank you so much. I appreciate you and I'm grateful. Thank you for being a part of my growth. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe to my channel. Help me to grow, help me to expand on this YouTube journey. And if taking time to subscribe, please feel free to share my video with your friends and your loved ones. Like the video, give me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. If you want to edit, you want to proofread, or you want to write your biography, or you want to do any form of book related business and you do not know how to go about it, feel free to get in touch with me. My email addresses are on the screen. Thank you for being a part of this video. I love you so much and I will soon come very, very soon with the final episode on Ben Carson Gifted Hands. Till I come your way with that episode, this is Ayodele what I was saying. See you in a bit. Bye.